Hey there, Virgo. This message came to you for a reason. You cannot
Current
get out of
energy and
someone's
love,
mind.
please.
They keep trying to stop thinking about you, but your energy keeps pulling them back in. Um, Change is on its way.
Okay, so we have Ace of Spears, which is Ace of Swords, Nine of Spears, Three of Coins, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, Five of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck we have Queen of Spears. So some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Queen of Spears is someone who's very independent, someone who's very enchanting. This is the life of the party. This is someone who doesn't necessarily need someone in her life, but she wants someone in her life. Okay, this could be you or the person that you're dealing with. But with the Five of Coins in reverse, there's definitely a need to want to improve a situation. So you could be wanting to improve a situation with this person, or this could be you, stepping into your own and realizing that now is the time to fix, my environment. Now's the time to fix this relationship. Now's the time to improve. But definitely with the Five of Coins in reverse, this is not settling for, emptiness. This is not settling for things that don't fulfill you. This is doing something about it. And the Queen of Spears is definitely someone who rises to that task. She's not going to be someone who sits and begs for something. She's going to get up and do everything in her power to obtain the royalty that she is, okay? So where you're coming from, we have the Ace of Spears. This is about building something, a desire, a flame, something that you want to build, something that has just kind of fired you up. I definitely feel that in the past there was something that you created or wanted to create, okay, something that was very desirable. Tell me more, please. Ace of Spears. Where's Virgo coming from, please? Tell me more, please. Where's Virgo coming from? Okay, yeah, more fire energy. Page of Wands. Who is this page? There's something that you are curious about. Yeah, something that you wanted to explore. Okay, kind of on the fence. I feel like you may have tried to make it work, but I feel like you kind of just fizzled out. I feel like you just don't really have interest in it anymore. I feel like you were curious at one time. I feel like some of you may have been in a relationship where you wanted freedom to go explore something else, but it kind of fizzled out. So I just feel like there was something that you were very curious about that you wanted to dive deeper into. How you're being seen, we have Nine of Spears in reverse, but I feel like you've given up on this, okay? So you may have just started talking to someone. There may have been someone that kind of intrigued you, maybe where you wanted to leave your current situation or environment for this person. But I feel like with the Nine of Spears, I feel like you've kind of just folded in the towel, okay? I definitely feel like you folded in the towel. I feel like a lot of you now are just going a different path. And I feel like you're not really desiring your past, okay? Why the Nine of Spears, please? How's Virgo being seen? How's Virgo being seen, please? Yeah, see, now it's like you're following your heart. I do have the Knight of Cups here, which is a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, see, I feel like a lot of you have given up on a situation that you feel like wasn't fulfilling you. I feel like it was just very pulling, very draining. And I feel like now you guys are going towards your happiness. You're focusing on your stability. A lot of you are focusing on your children or your home life, okay? Or just searching for that one special person. But what you're not going to do is stay and try to be resilient in a situation that is already cracked, okay? What's coming towards you? We have the Three of Coins in reverse. So there does seem to be a lack of teamwork here, a lack of an effort. So it looks like you might be trying to achieve something without the help of someone else or your team. Some of you may have, lost a job recently or are taking on a special project and feeling just kind of really, really drained, really buried because your coworkers or your peers are not stepping up to put in the same work or input that you were putting in, okay? What's coming towards Virgo, please? What's coming towards Virgo? Could have sworn something flipped over, but it's not there. What's coming towards Virgo, please? Why the Three of Coins? Yeah, it's like, I just feel like no matter what, though, justice is coming your way, and you're going to release the situation. So some of you could be thinking about switching jobs, okay? So that's just off topic of love. But if you're thinking about switching jobs, you will have justice. Things will be fair, and you will get the offer that you want, okay? But in general, I feel like you guys are no longer trying to work on a situation where people aren't putting in the same effort. So I feel like what's coming towards you, you're definitely being able to release. You're definitely going to breathe again, and you're definitely going to have balance back in your life, okay? Mutually, though, I do feel like it's hard with the Queen of Cups here. You know, this is mutual energy. This is water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. If you look at this card, this lady's being very peaceful. It's almost like she's praying, okay? She's very concentrated. And the Queen of Cups is someone who's a martyr. This is someone who's very kind, very emotionally mature. But, you know, I just feel like, you know, she's not really focused on the cup right now, if you look at this card. And I feel like that's kind of how it is. I feel like both of you may not really be paying attention to the cup. Maybe not really going after any offers. I feel like you're just both trying to make peace with yourself and going forward, okay? What's the mutual energy, please? Why the Queen of Cups? Yeah, and I feel like you guys are just going in different directions. I feel like yeah, it's like you're trying to move on. You're both kind of regaining who you are, emotionally maturing. And I just feel like for some of you in your situation, it's like you're both moving on from one another. You're realizing that you don't want to repeat the same insanity. But for others of you, I feel like it's like what's coming towards you, you're realizing that you want to let go. You want to release the situation. But there's someone here, whether it's this person or another person, there's definitely someone here that you are thinking about, that's thinking about you, and it's about a reconciliation. So someone's really thinking about sending a message, whether it's you or this person, about how, you know, you don't want conflict with them. You just want to be cool. You're both maturing is what I get, okay? Because how this person feels about you, this person definitely thinks about you with Six of Cups. This person thinks about the times you shared, you know, with just one another, the good times, the bad times, everything, nostalgia. This person thinks about you, okay? How does this person feel about Virgo, please? But someone here is going to be the bigger person. And who will it be? Okay, the Queen of Coins. Yeah, see, this person definitely thinks about you. This is, you know, earth energy like yourself, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person remembers how nurturing you were to them, how kind, how generous you were to them. This person remembers, you know, all the generosity. Why the Queen of Pentacles, please? And even though they might be detached or you might be detached, I feel like this person is focusing more so on the good times. And I just feel like, you know, like the absence makes the heart grow fonder. But advice from Spirit is Five of Swords. So just really pay attention to your circumstances, to your environment. The Five of Swords can be very sneaky, very selfish energy. I feel like Spirit's saying, if it doesn't seem right, it's not right. So I feel like you're ready to let this person go. But part of you holds like this guilt that you just want to maybe try to just see, you know, what this person's up to, or, you know, if you guys can just be friends. But Spirit's saying, like, look closer. Look closer. What is the advice, please? Why the Five of Swords? what's the advice? And the Knight of Pentacles. So again, earth energy. Yeah, it's like Spirit saying, you know, it's okay to think about the past times that you share with this person, but you have to see someone for who they truly are, okay? And I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, this is someone who maybe you should not extend an offer to, or maybe they don't have intentions to give you an offer. I feel like this is someone who's not really ready to do the work. You know, I feel like you just want to remain cool with this person, and that's kind of where it should be. I just feel like, I really do. I just feel like this is someone who you need to release for justice. Like, you've been down that road before. Like, why go back down that road you've been when there's other roads you haven't explored? Like, don't feel guilty. You can't feel guilty, because I feel like you guys are holding guilt, and it's not, you shouldn't feel guilted into doing anything. What you should do is just listen to your intuition and look at the facts, because you've been there, you've done that, and you know where it can lead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some messages from the angels. Angels, what message do you have for Virgos for their highest good and clarity? It says, love who you are. You are a divine and wondered person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. And that's true. You are a divine and wonderful person, you know, and don't feel like you have to settle, you know, aim high, aim for what you deserve, because the Queen of Spears always does. She doesn't settle for anything. Like I said, there's other roads, there's other highways you haven't explored, so don't just keep going down the same road. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And why keep repeating or trying to make it work? And it says, actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. And that's true. You know, it's not just telling someone that you love them, or that they love you. It's also showing things. It's simple acts of kindness, just small gestures, small things, you know, remembering something very small, picking up something from the store that your person likes, you know, it really speaks volumes. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are here with you, so that you will always consider them. And this is very beautiful. This is actually a really good manifesting tool. You know, but even if you haven't met the person that you wanted, you know, act as if they're here, or envision that they're with you, so that could always be considered into the universe, okay? Whether this is with someone new you're wanting to attract in, or someone that you're wanting to give it one more shot with, okay? So, Virgos, I'm going to leave it here. I wish you guys love and light always. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, Virgo.